We are back. Top of the week, top of the month.
Top of the month, top of June.
May flew by. I think it was just because everyone was celebrating my birthday that it just,
Oh, for sure.
Time's flying when you're celebrating my birthday.
6 months until Christmas. You ready, baby D?
You buying me something?
Maybe.
Okay.
Depends on how you act.
He still owes you sneakers.
Yes, he does. He owes me a lot.
Remember when parents try to count like a present as your birthday and your Christmas present? That's what he's going to do with the sneakers.
It's like 3 months apart though.
Like roll over.
My parents did that and I made it December. That's your birthday and your Christmas present.
Yeah.
That's wow. Y'all needed some money?
No, it wasn't
Y'all
that.
needed some money.
No, we weren't like poor.
Y'all like poor white?
No, they're just assholes.
Oh, okay. Thought y'all was poor white.
You know the old fucking Irish parents of how bad they had to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, man. Been at grandpa's house.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
A lot of rooms. A lot of rooms at grandpa's house.
Yeah, but of course there was 10 cousins and 3. Yeah, everyone lived there.
Yeah.
All right. That was fine. It was running water. But how was everyone's weekend? Clearly you guys can see that I'm tan.
Can we? I'm sorry.
That's not clearly.
Maybe another hue of red.
No, you look the same.
What if I do this? Does it look like?
No.
Okay.
You look the same, bro.
I thought you were just dirty.
You look like your beard grew a little bit. You got a little more like fuller beard today. This week.
Between 3 days?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting
a little fuller beard.
I think it's the lighting. But yeah, I thought it was a nice like bronze, olivey. No?
Nah, not yet.
Okay. I was in the sun.
How long did you sit out in the sun?
Not very long.
Exactly. So
but long for me, but I could like feel the melanin coming in. No, I can do like 10 to 15 if there's like shade nearby.
Okay.
Like if I know I can run to shade, yeah, I'll bake a little bit.
Okay.
I start to feel it in my shoulders first. That's when what
gets a little warm.
That's when I know like, okay,
yeah, I'm
burning alive right now.
Yeah.
I should, before my nose and forehead get hit, I'm going to go right to the cabana.
Yeah.
But I was out in another country, Florida.
Yeah.
Had to bring my passport.
Yeah.
Florida's still Floridaing. It's not same shit.
Yeah.
And not like Miami, like the outskirts, like Florida.
Okay.
Like where Florida man resides. Yes.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. I love running into our listeners in the oddest places ever. I like the thrift stores in Florida because everyone goes down there to die.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a lot of options for thrift stores because families just like, that's not really a joke, but it is dead serious. Everyone goes to Florida to die. And then when they die, their family has to fly to Florida, pack up all their shit. And they're like, what am I doing with this?
Mm-hmm.
So they just give it to a thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
So they have amazing thrifting, middle of fucking nowhere, Florida. I'm just sitting there on the rack and someone's like, Rory, what the fuck are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Like of any fucking place. There's no way that's you.
Florida. Yeah.
Like an hour outside of Fort Myers, like the middle of fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, did that, baked, had some family time, and it was, it's a cool weekend.
Yeah, you need that sometimes.
Yeah.
You ain't go fishing?
Nah, we didn't have time.
Gotta go fishing, man. Time to go to Florida to try to go fishing.
Yeah, and with the toddlers, like you can't do shit.
Yeah, but I mean, Mars, I guess still a toddler though.
Yeah, and we're on her schedule.
Yeah,
like we wanted to go to the beach in the morning, and it was like, she just kept saying playground. Yeah. I was like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna leave the beach and go to the playground.
The beach can be the playground.
I was gonna say they usually have playgrounds on the beach. Like you didn't have like little toys for
the
castle.
Well, yeah. No, we had all like the pails and like we were digging for seashells. She even went in like the ocean and liked it for the first time. That was cool.
Oh,
okay.
But she wanted slides and swings.
Is she as bad in the sun as you are?
No.
Okay.
We have the same complexion, but because she has like some melanin in her genetics, she can handle this.
That black gold. She got that black gold in her.
Like when she gets older, like she'll be able to actually tan, I feel.
Yeah.
But in the winter, she'll look like me.
Right.
But no, it was cool. Regular weekend. Airports are still a mess.
Mm-hmm.
No notes.
What is the New Jersey transit situation? Did they fix that? Or still
I think the strike is over. Beyonce happened, and before Beyonce happened, they had to fix that because that's one of the ways to get to the Beyonce concert. So
it's the New Jersey transit.
Yeah, they fixed it before Beyonce.
Beyonce, thank you, Beyonce, for fixing the New Jersey transit situation.
Did she have to fly out of Newark? Because maybe that's fixed now. Maybe they actually hired air traffic controllers so Beyonce can get out of there safely.
You think Beyonce flies out of Newark? You think Beyonce
hear me out. Hear me out.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
There's Teterboro. I know this is getting local, but Teterboro doesn't have like, you can't do like jumbo jets and like 777s.
Yeah.
So I think she probably flies on like one of those by herself. Okay. And you need like, even like the president flies into Newark or JFK because they can't handle the private airport. So I assume, like, of course they'd shut everything down.
Right.
No one would fly that day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see Beyonce like walking right on the tarmac.
Straight to her 757. Yeah, it makes sense.
Like when Drake flies in, he wouldn't fly into Teterboro. That plane is too fucking big, right?
I'm not sure, actually.
Okay. Well, I mean, either way, hopefully Newark's better because we have to travel soon.
Yeah.
I fucking forgot how much it sucks going to LaGuardia from my house.
I love LaGuardia now. Such a beautiful airport.
It's so
they
beautiful.
put so much money into it.
But they did the same to Newark. Newark was a shithole just like LaGuardia, but now they're both better than JFK.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. But what'd you guys do?
Cry.
This weekend? Wait.
We cried. We all cried together, no?
Oh, the Knicks. Oh, yes. Yes, the burial. The Knicks funeral was this weekend.
I don't even like the tone of your voice. You actually sound kind of like upbeat about it.
No. I mean, I knew they were going to lose, but I mean, I was
Like, how
hoping
you
they,
do that,
I didn't know that.
I was
How you
hoping
do
they
that?
got it to 7, but I knew the series was over after game 1. Like I think we all collectively knew that the Pacers were the better team after game 1. But I am happy. The Knicks made it exciting this year. They made it fun. It was dope for the city to come together, watch everybody kind of root for the Knicks. It's funny because I was in my living room watching the game, and you can see like the other buildings like in the area.
Oh,
Like
no.
so every TV was like Knicks game, and it was just dope to see that. Like I just felt like the entire New York was on the same page for the last 2 weeks of just trying to root the Knicks on. So they did a great job. I think they overachieved this season. I wasn't expecting them to get to the conference finals. They obviously have some changes they need to make, some adjustments they need to address and things like that. But I think overall it was a great year for the Knicks. I think they definitely achieved more than most. I mean, I know every Knicks fan thinks they're going to win it every year, but I think realistically they achieved more than a lot of people thought they would.
I mean, we were in here off mic when the Celtics series started, and I was like, if they beat the Celtics, like,
Yeah.
I'm cool, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like things like that. It was like got past the Celtics, got to the conference finals, made it in. I mean, game 1 kind of took the air out of the whole thing, but they made it interesting. They got it to 6 games. And that's all you could ask for, man, is that they played hard, but Pacers is too much, man. It's too much going on over there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm very proud of the team.
What's the
happy to be
guard's
a Knicks
name?
fan.
Nemhard? Oh, he's about to get paid.
Oh,
He
for
shut
sure.
Jalen Brunson down. I mean, if Jalen Brunson went to the bathroom, Nemhard held it for him.
Yeah. No, it was
Like
it was rough.
That's
to see.
just what it was. I mean, he absolutely got paid off of that one game alone. He's gonna get a contract.
I mean, I hate the woulda, shoulda, couldas because obviously it didn't happen, but I think there's a world where we could have beat the Pacers. That's why it
Me
kind of
too.
sucks. Like, I know we weren't even supposed to really be there, and we should be proud, and I am happy. But they teased us because, again, I'm with you on game 1. I think that was really the dagger from the beginning.
That took the air out.
energy would have
It
been
was never
way
the same
different.
after that. Yeah.
But Brunson, I mean, I feel weird even saying a bad word about him for what he's done for our organization. I think he's the greatest Knick I've personally watched
Mm-hmm.
and my favorite Knick. But he was quiet. Even if the numbers don't reflect it, you could feel the different energy with Brunson throughout this series. Cat stepped up on offense, didn't play any fucking defense. Is Tibbs the problem?
I don't think Tibbs' coaching style people can point to it a little bit here and there, but I think the biggest problem is the Knicks need a 6-man. They need somebody to come off the bench that they can rely on every game to kind of pick up the offensive load when Brunson or Cat comes out the game. And they need another. They just need better perimeter scoring. Like Jalen Brunson is the only one out there that can create his own shot. Josh Hart plays hard, but you're not expecting much offensively from him.
And it's a problem when our small forward is who we're relying on for all offensive rebounds.
Yeah, it's just
like that's not a good.
Yeah.
It's been great for the last 3 years. Josh Hart has stepped up like you would not fucking believe, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you don't depend on a guy like Josh Hart to carry you offensively. Like you know what I mean? You just take whatever you can. OG played great. But again, they need a little more. They need a little more firepower to kind of keep up with teams like Indiana, who I think they'll probably run into again next season.
Oh, for sure.
But I think the Knicks, I think they are at the level now where they can flirt with the conference finals for the next couple years.
And I hope they don't do too many adjustments. Like the core 4, I'd like us to keep Brunson, Hart, Cat, OG. Those 4 I'd rather not trade. Mm-hmm. I know Cat was questionable at certain times, but let's give him a year. Mm-hmm. Like this squad was together for 1 year.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them at least see this through.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference Finals, first time in God knows how long. and they played together for the first time this year.
Yeah.
Like let's not nick this whole thing where we trade the entire franchise away just for the Greek Freak, and like now we're just sitting here with Brunson and him, and it's like, all right, we have 2 players.
Yeah.
There's just another 3 that need to.
Nah, they need to address that. They need to get a little more firepower. But OKC and Indiana are in the finals.
Oh, I thought it was over. There's more basketball?
Oh, yeah. Just because the Knicks are out doesn't mean it's not.
Oh, I thought they didn't even do a champ like this. This is just over now.
No, it's more basketball.
Oh, I don't care.
I'm becoming an OKC fan overnight.
Oh, yeah.
I have never wanted a team to lose so bad in my entire life. Like within my every fiber of my being, I can't.
I just think it's so fun that the Pacers and like the Knicks are like still like, you know what I mean? Like I don't
25, 30 years later.
This is not the Knicks and Pacers are a rivalry. I don't know if these Knicks and Pacers are rivals yet, but the Knicks and Pacers organizations are rivals though.
Josh, roll that beautiful beam footage. Do you see what the fuck Ty Halliburton posted? Yeah. It's war. It's smoke. It's up for another 50 years.
Yeah, but the thing is, the Knicks have to continue to get there though every year. In order for it to be like they have to meet. If they meet again next year, it's like, okay, now it's lit. Now it's on. That's when it's a but meeting 1 year in the playoffs with these rosters, it's not a rivalry yet.
I hear you. I hear you on that. I mean, they did clip us last year, but that wasn't really a rivalry.
Yeah,
beating us twice. If they meet again in the Eastern Conference,
it's not. I'm talking about their full clip. Everybody healthy. Let them go out there like they did this series and get after it. If we can get this again next season, then I think the rivalry is back on with the Knicks and Pacers. But I think OKC Indiana series should be interesting. I don't know who I have winning yet. I know everybody's favorite is obviously SGA, league MVP, and OKC. But I don't know, man. This Indiana team, the way they play together, man, nobody, is either any night somebody else can kill you.
Yeah.
And I think Nembhard's defense, obviously in Game 6 on Brunson, is what killed the Knicks. But I think it'll be an interesting series. I know a lot of people don't think it'll be as watched as if the Knicks were in the finals, but I think it'll be a fun series to watch these two young teams go at it. Yeah,
for sure. And I mean, obviously third place doesn't matter in the NBA, but I kind of wish they did that like they did in like rec ball. I'd love to see the Timberwolves and Knicks just face off for a series, like battle for third and fourth place. Because I just want to see those two teams together. It's just one Knicks team that was separated.
You're a participation trophy kind of guy.
I want to see the Knicks team that was dissembled play each other.
Some type of banner.
Like it was it would be like an inter squad scrimmage.
You would love to see the Knicks raise a third place banner to the top of MSG. You would love it.
As opposed to no banner?
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck that third place banner. Get that shit out of here. Nobody want to see that shit.
I'm with you.
Did we tell the beautiful people who we're sponsored by?
I don't think so.
Come on, Rory's slipping already. Come on, Jesus Christ.
It happens.
Listen, who we sponsored by?
I had a bunch of bug bites.
Boost Mobile.
Losing blood.
Thank you, Boost Mobile. $25 a month forever, baby D.
Forever.
Forever?
Come on, make the switch.
Inflation, it don't matter.
Good. I don't know.
Make the switch.
I'm paying $125 right now. I need $25.
Make the switch. They keep calling me trying to get me back to the ops. I'm told it's over.
I blocked those numbers.
Yeah, it's over.
They don't even go through in my boost.
Yeah.
Never
made the switch. Definitely made the switch.
Well, did you do anything over the weekend besides quietly cheer that the Knicks were being dismantled?
Yeah, Lakers fans be haters on the low. We'll talk about it.
And Celtics fans too. Like, I hate like sore winners. Even though they didn't win this year, like y'all have dominated for a couple years now, and you have more rings than pretty much every franchise besides the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Why are y'all on Twitter when we lose in the Eastern Conference? Like I thought y'all were above us.
Well, that's because
y'all are fucking losers.
That's because the Knicks beat the Celtics, so obviously the Celtics are rooting for the Knicks to lose.
And Knicks fans are a little insufferable. We are
a little.
Are we? We're bad. We're a little.
They tore the city up because they made it to the conference finals.
That's beautiful.
they tore the city apart. It was trash well, that's any day in New York.
They were looting?
They were looting. I think that's what they were.
I told y'all my dumbass went down.
It was Antifa.
Try to go to Penn Station, which is next to Madison Square Garden or connected or whatever, to get on the train after Game 5. And I was just sitting up there like, what the fuck? Like I literally felt like I was in a movie.
That's such a girl.
I wasn't thinking.
You have no clue. Like why would you go anywhere near?
I wasn't thinking. Because the Ubers, they were double charging on the Ubers. I'm like, I'm not paying $150 to get home. So I was like, I'll just get on the train. And got off the train and was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, and got swarmed. The cops were pushing me. They're like, you got to go this way. I'm like, I'm literally a girl. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
So after we recorded, I watched Game 5 here. Because I was like, oh shit, the game. I had ordered something to eat and it was like 7:50. The game's watched. So I'm like, I'm not missing the start of the game. So I watched the game here. They won Game 5 like we thought they would. So leaving here,
oh, I'm sure.
Yo, the pedal bike cabbies, like little. Every last one of them was playing Jay-Z, Alicia Keys.
Yep.
I was like, Jesus Christ. It's Game 5. Like, cut this shit off. Like, turn it off. Put these fucking bikes on the side of the fucking road. Like, get out of the... They were in the middle of the street, like 6th Avenue, just doing whatever they wanted. Yeah. New York, concrete jungle, where dream... I was like, yo, it's Game 5. Like, they are still down 3-2.
Okay, but is it where dreams are made of?
That part was true.
Okay.
But dreams also die in New York. And the dream of the Knicks making
probably
it
more
to
dreams
the
die here than
Absolutely. Jay and Alicia Keys need to put that song out. But it was a good season for the Knicks. So shout out to the Knicks. And hopefully they could pick up on the momentum next year and get right back.
I don't think Knicks fans are that insufferable.
Oh,
if we're going off
Knicks
fan
fans
basis,
are the most insufferable fans.
How? We lose all the time.
Yeah, but y'all don't.
Still.
But even when y'all lose, it's always like next year, like we're gonna win.
But we keep to ourselves. Like we're not like Eagles. Eagles fans are the worst. I would say New York Jet fans are 10 times worse than Knicks fans, even if they blend together.
Jets and Knicks fans are the same fan base.
Have you been to a Jets game?
Yeah.
Have you been on the train?
Yeah.
It is 10 times worse than outside the Garden. It's not even close. It's obnoxious people from Long Island. It's drunk people from New Jersey, like the worst of the worst from New Jersey.
Well, that's because
Knicks fans is a blend of the whole city to me.
Yeah.
Like you get Giants fans that are calm and cool that are also Knicks fans. The degenerates are the Jets fans.
Yeah, but Giants fans are calm and cool because the Giants actually won in like...
Even when the Giants weren't winning, they were Giants fans. It's cool. Jets fans, no matter, they could be fucking 0-8 and they're still as obnoxious as if they were 8-0.
Giants fans are not cool. Have you ever been to a Giants game like when they lose at MetLife?
That's the best time to be there.
They are not cool.
Yeah, no.
Niggas be starting fights in the yard. Like no. New York sports fans in general are not cool. It's New York sports fans, Eagles fans, and Cowboy fans are absolutely terrible people.
I'm with you on Cowboy fans for sure. Cowboy fans are awful.
Yeah.
They're just like weird people. Especially Cowboy fans not from Dallas.
Cowboys fans are kind of similar to Knicks fans too. Both delusional fan bases. They think that every year they're going to win it all.
Well, the Cowboys have a little bit more to stand on, but I am with you no matter whether they're good or not, they're going to sell out and everyone's going to care.
Yeah, absolutely. Same.
Yeah.
Same exact.
There is a comparison there.
Fan base.
Yeah.
Well, over the weekend on the music side, I did see the timeline.
CLIPSE? Oh, not yet? I'm sorry. My bad.
Ready.
Some hate. I mean, if you want to start with the hate.
No, I thought that's what we was going into.
Oh, I was about to.
I was going to go into what had the timeline in disarray. We'd go right into the trumpets if you like.
No, let's go into the list. Let's go into the list first.
I didn't have much service and the Wi-Fi was down where I was at. So there was only a few times I could see what was pissing everyone off per hour. But I did see Complex. Anytime Complex puts any list out, you know the timeline is going to melt. Everyone's going to stop what they're doing on a Saturday, say fuck their kids, fuck the plans they had. We need to argue about what Complex has to say.
Right.
Even if it is a third-party writer, 1099, that doesn't even work. Does anyone even work at Complex anymore?
I think it's bots.
That just do an AI-generated lit. Like, what would piss the time?
Exactly.
ChatGPT, what would piss the timeline off?
Shout out
or like,
to
just
Jordan.
leave Tupac off.
Exactly.
That's what ChatGPT spit out?
Well, to be fair, Pac is not from LA.
Which we'll get there.
Yeah.
Complex, best LA rappers of all time list. I don't know if this is going to start the city by city thing that we're going to get for the rest of the year, but I'm not mad at them starting with LA. We'll just go through the top 5 real quick.
Well, the funny thing...
Go ahead.
Because this is the top 50 LA rappers, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these rappers are not from LA. They're from California, but they're not from Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So how are we, you know what I mean? That's when I saw the list, I looked at it, I was like, okay, but they're saying from LA. A lot of these guys are not from LA. Like Snoop is from Long Beach, Kendrick is from Compton. You know what I mean? It's kind of like where we...
Okay, I see what you're saying, but if they did the greatest New York City rappers of all time and Jadakiss was on the list, I wouldn't be like, no, he's from Yonkers. I wouldn't say that. He's still a New York City rapper.
Yeah,
Long Beach is still Compton. I understand that those are not in the LA County, or maybe it is LA County, but it's not a Los Angeles address. Compton is its own city. Long Beach is its own city. It's still the LA greater area, I feel like.
I mean, I just know people from these places that they've had these same, they're like, yo, we're not LA. That's not LA. He's not from LA. Like,
Okay.
they're saying this, like, he's not from LA. He's not from LA. Where he's from, they don't even fuck with LA. Like, it's a lot of that going on.
Of course, and I get that politics, especially with LA of any other city. But not even to get on the Amaretta shit, but like, if they were to do the best rappers from Atlanta, Andre 3000 can't be on it now because he's technically not from Atlanta.
Well, that's why you go best rappers from California. You bypass
no,
all
but
of
then that's insane because you're getting into the Bay. Like, that's a big... California is like the third biggest state. That's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not here to nitpick, but I'm just, was reading the timeline and seeing what people were saying. That's all.
Like, if we can't have Rakim on the greatest New York City rappers,
why wouldn't you?
he's from Long Island. Exactly.
But that's New York, though. It would be
New York City.
New York. It wouldn't be New York City. It would be New York.
Oh, then if we get into New York State, then we have to put in Griselda there.
Yeah.
Okay.
New
All right,
York.
cool. So we just state by state you would do?
I would just do the whole New York.
Okay. No, I'm not
State
mad at
of
that.
New York.
Fair enough.
Some niggas from Binghamton who get it in for sure.
From Binghamton? Like rapping?
No,
Who?
no, she said get it in. She's not talking about rap.
Oh, okay. I know a few niggas that's moving a few pills
I know
out
some
there.
people who flooded
But,
campus.
Yeah, I'm like, who's rapping from Binghamton? Like, I missed that movement.
I'm just saying, I get Rory's point though.
I was more so on the side of the rappers that are straight up not from the LA area, period.
Okay.
So we'll get at least to the top 5, and then from there, I think it brings up immediately somebody that's really not. So at number 1 is Kendrick Lamar, number 2, Snoop Dogg, 3, Ice Cube, 4, Dr. Dre, 5, Tyler the Creator, 6, DJ Quick, 7, Ice-T, 8, Be Real, 9, Eazy-E, 10, Nipsey Hussle. Out the gate, to your point, Maul, I know Ice-T very much made his career on the West Coast and is a representation of the West Coast. He's from Newark, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
He would be. Ice-T would be from Newark, New Jersey.
Why do you say that?
Because he acts like he's from Newark, New Jersey. That makes so much fucking sense.
Because he likes white girls?
No, not just that.
Because he pimps out white girls?
Because of the type of, we love Coco.
Of course. How do you feel about the top 10 outside of the regional debate between Ice-T and Newark, New Jersey?
I don't know. I just think having Game not in the top 10 is blasphemy.
I completely agree with you.
Then as the more I look through the list.
Who would you replace him with?
Game?
Yeah.
I think Game can be in the top 5.
Who would you replace him with in the top 5?
I'm fine with Tyler going down to 6. If I'm keeping their order and just bumping where Game should be, I'm not mad at the top 5 if it's no matter the order, Kendrick, Snoop, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, Game. I think that is a very fair top 5.
Okay, before we do that, what is the criteria here? Are we just talking success?
It's complex, so you never get one.
Okay, so we don't know what the criteria is because
as much as I hate B-Dot's list, at least he puts a criteria at the bottom and says it's because of these things. Complex is just throw shit out.
Okay.
And makes us all argue without any context. Context in Complex is what happens every time.
No, they know that we're going to do what we're doing. Sit
Yeah.
on our platform and dissect this list and keep saying Complex over and over and over.
Exactly.
We stuck to 3 core principles when sorting our ranking. This is coming from Complex. Skill as a hip-hop artist, strength of a catalog, commercial impact, and lasting influence. They say by skill, they mean the entire rap package, delivery, presence, pen game, overall artistry. They're focusing strictly on rappers. So while artists like Nate Dogg and Ty Dolla $ign are iconic LA artists, they're fundamentally singers, not rappers. So hip-hop skill, strength of a catalog, commercial impact, and lasting influence.
If you're focusing just on rappers and skill, then is Dr. Dre and Eazy-E allowed on the list as they do not write their own raps? And have both admitted that, and it's like, I'm fine with it. I don't really care. They made incredible music and are the 2 probably biggest icons in the LA rap scene ever. But if you're going off skill of rapping, off their criteria, not mine,
But
Dr. Dre and Eazy-E, are they allowed to be on the list?
yes, because they explain that by skill, they mean the entire rap package, delivery, presence, pen game, and overall artistry. It takes more to be a rapper than rapping.
I agree. But if you're taking out one complete pillar where every other person on this
pen
list
game is the biggest. That's the biggest
on top
part
of that,
of rap. Man.
every single artist on here would cover every single pillar, period. Those two, an entire pillar is gone.
Yeah.
Like gone.
And the pillar, the pen is the pillar. Like as a rapper, that's what you have. You have your pen as your sword. Like
if you want to talk about the two most important people in LA rap history, Dre and Eazy, and I'm fine with that. But if you're going off that criteria, I don't know if Dr. Dre and Eazy-E are allowed on this list.
I think they're allowed on the list. I just don't think they should be as far up.
Game not in the top 10 is crazy. I mean, that's to me, we could just talk about that.
Take out the pillar shit, and it should be Kendrick, Snoop, Ice Cube, Dre, and Game for sure.
I don't know LA politics. I'm not from over there. Is there just like, do they hate Game? Because I feel like he's so disrespected by LA, but so uplifted by New York and other places. So that's why, is it a thing or?
I mean, Game, I wouldn't ever discredit what he was doing in the Bay and in LA before he broke with G-Unit. But I mean, why I think Jimmy even put him with G-Unit outside of G-Unit being on fire at the time is that he sounded and rapped like he was from New York. Of course, he sounds like he's from LA. Don't get me wrong.
I get what you're saying.
The way his delivery and lyrical content, when he was on Clue tapes, if he didn't constantly say where he was from, I wouldn't immediately believe that he wasn't from New York. Mm-hmm. I think he's even talked about that. Mm-hmm. He rapped like he was from New York. And I think that's probably why we all gravitated to him so much. And I think the record that made him pop, per se, was what? The Jim Jones Certified G's or whatever? Which I mean has which has LA aspects, but he was with Jim Jones when the world was really introduced to him, not just LA. So I think New York has always had a better appreciation for Game than maybe the rest of the country.
But I hear you. But if that's the case, then Tyler, the Creator, doesn't always sound like he's an LA artist. He does sound like he's an LA artist, but he doesn't always sound like he's an LA artist. He
definitely led the newer generation of LA. They call it weird. I wouldn't call it weird, but that separate, like this isn't the stereotypical LA scene. He led that for sure, which is where you get some of the new scene now. But Game at the time, LA had been non-existent for quite some time. Mm-hmm. Game single-handedly brought the West Coast back and put a bunch of people on this list, including the #1 artist, on their first mixtape, on their first tour. Nipsey, everyone. Like Game not only did that shit by himself, he brought a bunch of people with him. He wasn't on some selfish, it's just me. Mm-hmm. Like I remember Game mixtape shit when K-Dot was on it. He was meeting with Top with the J-Rock shit. Like Game, if he's not top 5, the only other way he could be was higher.
Yeah.
Vince Staples at number 23 is pissing me off. Let me just go ahead and say it. He needs to be a lot higher.
Say the pillars again.
The pillars are skill, like total skill, strength of a catalog, commercial impact, and lasting influence. And I think number 3 might be
the commercial impact
might be what's keeping him.
Who has all right? Look at the people ahead of Vince and who has more commercial impact than him. Who has a better catalog than him?
Catalog, you're gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Schoolboy does have a great catalog. YG does.
Yeah.
But
I love Dom Kennedy. He's not above Vince Staples.
Someone could argue with commercial appeal and
Vince Staples?
Dom has a great catalog.
Vince Staples has a great catalog and he has a Netflix show.
Fair.
That's not commercial appeal.
But they're focusing on the rapping.
Come on, man. Vince needs to be higher than that.
I appreciate Nipsey being at 10. Outside of him just being above the Game, which is kind of nice. If Nipsey does not pass, is he at number 10? Lasting influence, I fully understand. Let's deal with what's tangible. I mean, over Game is insanity. But even over YG?
Game?
Nipsey.
Yeah,
respectfully.
Y'all got to go to LA in a couple days.
I'm not suggesting that Nipsey does not belong on this list whatsoever. He has hit every criteria there, but I don't know if against YG with everything, if we're going off what they said, not off what the allure of everything is to the public.
So we've had this conversation before when people say that Jay-Z wouldn't be Jay-Z if Biggie had never died, but we'll never know because Biggie died, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll never know if people would have if the mass majority of America would have noticed how talented Nipsey was because he was severely underrated before he passed, they wouldn't have, we don't know if they would have eventually figured that out. They could have eventually figured that out. He could have had a hit that went off. Everybody went back to his catalog and said, oh my God, Nipsey has been one of the greatest for so long. That could have happened. Or he could have continued to be underrated. We will never know because he did die.
Of course. And let me be clear. I think the Victory Lap album was the one that was going to start his rise. I think
agree.
that's when he finally got the commercial recognition that he deserved. Mm-hmm. He was about to be the intro of a Khaled album. Like, yeah, Nipsey was on his way for sure. I'm not saying because he passed, that's when everyone started to give a fuck. So I'm not saying that whatsoever. But over somebody like Game and YG, by those criteria, is a little crazy to me. Even Schoolboy, if we're going to get into it. As far as the older acts, I saw Punch tweet something. I wish they do it in eras. I agree with him because it is very tough to compare Corrupt to Vince Staples. Yeah. It's just completely different times. Mm-hmm. And like, it's odd. I don't even know how you would go about this. I also don't even know how you put a list like this together to begin with, but you know.
Chat GBT. Chat GBT. You know how to put it together, man.
If we're going off skill alone, the fact that Blue is at 49 is insane. The fact that Crooked I is at 46 is nuts. will.i.am, I think most of his impact did not come from anything rap related whatsoever. I thought Razzcast was from the Bay.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
I don't know what they doing with this list, man.
Drake Yo the Ruler, for impact, everyone in LA raps like him. You could make a case that he could be a little higher when it comes to impact.
LA gonna kick our ass because they probably gonna be like, no, you're wrong. You're fucking wrong.
All of LA was saying they were wrong. I mean, shit, Game included.
Then Game put his own list together?
Game did put his own list together.
I love Game.
Which is such a Game thing to do, and I appreciate when Game does stuff like that.
They got Game outside the top 10, which is crazy.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying.
Outside
like, it feels disrespectful, and that's why I'm wondering if there's like an underlying issue.
Before we get to Games, is it weird that Tupac is left off when people like Ice-T, Corrupt, who's from Philly, but of course moved to LA, and that's where he, made his career. Exhibit is from like Detroit and New Mexico, like literally not from LA whatsoever.
She's from Albuquerque, right?
Like when you have people like that on there, but then say Tupac isn't there, I can see why that would upset people, even though Tupac maybe lived in LA for like I think I've lived in LA longer than Tupac did. Like I've stayed at the Mondrian longer. And I always felt like Tupac, if he was claiming the West Coast, was more the Bay than he was Los Angeles.
So they talked about that as well. In the article, they said that putting this list together wasn't easy. LA is a transplant town. So what qualifies someone as an LA rapper? They said for this list, it's an artist who creatively came to life in the city and reflects its ethos in their music. That's why some big names didn't make the cut. Tupac may seem like an LA rapper, but he only lived in the city for a couple of months. Although he had some big hits under the Death Row banner, he was a fully formed platinum-selling artist by the time California Love came out. So I think why they left some transplants on there and not Tupac is because Tupac was already a fully formed artist before he moved to LA, whereas the rest of them came up in LA. Okay. So I feel like that's fair.
I'm not terribly mad at that. And again, if it was California, I'd be fine with Pac there because he spent so much time in the Bay, and that's where he started his rap career for real, was in Oakland, Marin County. So, all right, I'm not mad at Complex.
That's not why they left Pac off the list.
Why?
His first rap name was MC New York.
That's true.
You can't have a rapper on your top LA list of all time, and his first rap name was MC New York.
Yeah.
So
but all right,
it can't do that.
Just because you had a nickname like what? Find me the vinyl press of the MC New York record. Like, yeah, that was a thing he said. He said that in his head when he got to Baltimore. Like, that doesn't mean that was your rap name.
I mean,
you can't find an MC New York song.
So now you telling Tupac what his rap name was. See, that's what you white people do. Y'all try to strip history no matter what. Even when we telling you,
I fully disagreed with what his mother was doing and everything.
Like, I'm just saying, he said his rap name was MC New York.
Yeah, but you can have a name
Just because you can't go find a vinyl with Tupac.
Because he didn't record any music under that.
Exactly, but I'm just saying that maybe that might be why Complex was like, nah, we can't do that.
Okay, but based off what they're saying about Exhibit, Corrupt, yes, those guys moved to LA and that is what started their rap career. I'm sure Corrupt was rapping when he was in Philly, when he was a kid, but you can't find those, so I'm fine with that criteria. Tupac got to the Bay, got with Digital Underground, and was Tupac. He wasn't MC New York with Digital Underground.
Mm-hmm.
He was Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's because that was his name. I think it was because he really honestly spent like 6 months in LA. He wasn't like really there. He was with a gang from there.
So where is he from?
I think Pac is one of those hybrids that just moved around. That's one of those people you can't really say where they were from. I think that's why he like, not like click hopped, but he did. Yeah, I don't think he ever really had a place that he could call home. That's why he rode for Death Row so much, because he finally found a group of people that he could like also had his back. He went from New York to Baltimore to fucking Marin to Oakland, then to jail, then to fucking LA and then Vegas. I think that was just his mentality. He was with different gangs. Like, yeah, he never had a place that he could call home.
I mean, these lists are always interesting though, because, you know, just hearing the conversations going on around the people that's on it, the people that maybe should have been on there. But this is very, very tricky only because, again, you say LA rappers, and a lot of these rappers are not from LA. California, yes. But I like these types of things too, because it also, you know, you get to hear what people think, and, you know, they start throwing names out there that should have been on the list. Sugar Free at 18, I was just laughing at that only because I didn't expect them to have Sugar Free so high. Mm-hmm. But I'm a Sugar Free fan. I mean, that's just me though. But I respect them having him at 18.
What would be your top 5 before we get to games?
Before we get to game?
Yeah, to his list.
Oh, top 5 LA?
Mm-hmm.
Cube, Game, Kendrick, Nip.
We're at 4.
That's 4?
Mm-hmm. And this is your personal?
I said Snoop, right?
No,
yeah.
Snoop.
Oh, you didn't say Snoop. Okay. So Snoop, Game, Kendrick, Dre, Nip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, he didn't say Dre.
No, not Dre.
He said Cube, Kendrick, Game,
Nip,
Snoop.
Oh, okay, Cube. I'm sorry. Not yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Ice Cube might be my favorite rapper.
I was gonna say Ice Cube is one of your favorite rappers. I know that.
Like, I mean, just growing up, Cube was, you know, a lot of people don't really, you know, remember Ice Cube before television and film. Ice Cube was, you know, you go back to his early stuff, he was a super problem. But, you know, obviously they got it right. They got him top 3, so I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have an issue with Snoop Dogg not being number 1 no matter like what. If you're going off all those pillars, like Snoop is the most famous rapper that's ever existed. Like you could argue nobody's had more impact, period, than Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I even though I've even given Snoop's discography some flack because there's just a lot of albums and a lot of them don't really hit the mark, could you not say Snoop is the number 1 LA rapper? Like,
I think he would have been before, obviously last year.
Okay.
They might have had Snoop number 1, but I mean, obviously last year happened. So now anything coming out of LA, West Coast, California, you talking about rappers, obviously Kendrick is going to be the number 1 on the list.
I have Snoop, and we're counting Dre, not with the pen thing here. I would go Snoop. It'd flip-flop between Cube and Kendrick for me. That's a 2-3. Then Dre, and then Game. That would be my 5.
Dre in your top 5?
If we're not counting that he doesn't write shit. If we're just going off.
I mean, yeah, if you count that, then of course. But that's a big part of it, though. Rappers, like, you can't have a rapper's list and then somebody be in your top 5 and they don't write. Like, what are we talking about?
Listen, I've said that from the beginning, but I hear you.
Yeah, like, if you're not writing your rhymes, like, you can't be top 5.
Okay. Then Snoop, Cube, Kendrick, Game, Tyler.
Tyler's in your top 5?
If we're going off all the pillars, impact and lasting catalog, everything, yeah, that's a
I would, yeah.
Tyler's there. Like, even if it sounds weird, if you look at everything on paper, how would he not be there? Okay. Impact down to the festivals in the city, like clothing.
All of that, yes. Tyler is amazing. What he's doing is amazing. I'm just, when you say top 5 rappers from California or LA.
No, all the pillars there. No, if we were going off of skills, I got Crook and Blue like in my top 5.
Yeah, I love Tyler, he's dope, but top 5 is like, whoa. Like, okay.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall for these types of conversations. No input, no nothing, just to see how they put it together. Like, how did you guys debate Doja Cat and Daz at 26? Like, both incredible, but like, how do you even get to that? How does that debate happen? Like, all right, cool. Let's go through their catalogs and see who's 27, who's 26.
Mm-hmm.
We got, do we have Tyga over Doja Cat?
Not me.
If we going off the pillars?
No.
But
I know how I feel about Doja.
If we going off the pillars, man, I love saying Tyga don't miss.
If we're going off the pillars, Doja and Tyga should be a little higher on this.
Doja should definitely be higher.
Her pen is crazy. She has the records. She has the impact.
Commercial success.
Can we not say the same about Tyga, though? I know it's fun to make fun of him.
That's what I'm saying.
But has Tyga never not had a hit?
Yeah, but
Tyga ain't never had a not hit.
I'm not saying his catalog per se as far as albums.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you talking about catalogs, I'm talking like albums. Like, I'm not listening to a Tyga album. I might play a Tyga record, a song, but I'm not playing a Tyga album.
But you got Tyga have an album and the shit have 5 good singles on it.
Yeah.
Like singles and they're a hit.
And I loved his first album, No Introduction, when he was rapping like Gym Class Heroes. Still love that album. When he's putting the lime in the coconut.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't think I've ever listened to a Tyga album.
Because he just had so many hits you never needed to.
Yeah.
You never needed to.
There was 5 on the charts at the time. He had an EP on the charts every year.
How many albums has Tyga put out?
I have no clue.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's just like we got to start asking them type of questions.
He has 8 albums.
8 albums?
Yes, 8 albums. Not to count what I think could be deemed a era classic. Fan of a Fan with Chris Brown could be a mid-2000 classic to me.
Fan of a Fan is a classic for us young millennials.
That's a great fucking mixtape.
Yeah, see, I was just listening to other shit. That's what it was.
What you was listening to and what? What was
what
that?
Year that came out?
2015.
What was the original one?
It had to have been before then.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is Fan of a Fan.
That's I'm looking on Wikipedia. I'm like,
I was in high school when the real Fan of a Fan.
Fan of a Fan mixtape came out in 2010.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Then there was Fan of a Fan album, which I'm not even sure what's on this.
Yeah, I don't know that either. But Fan of a Fan.
Fan of a Fan mixtape was that shit.
2010?
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
You wasn't listening to Deuces in 2010?
Deuces, yeah.
Yeah, that mixtape like doesn't have a skip. It's not just Deuces.
He was probably listening to Watch the Throne on repeat like the rest of us as well.
2010, it was just a lot. It was a lot of Ross.
Oh, it was a lot of Ross.
You know what I'm saying?
Ross was.
It was other shit going on. I couldn't listen. I didn't make it the Fan of a Fan.
Did No Ceilings come out 2010?
That was 2009. But 2010 had Thank Me Later was then. Meek was on fire. What was that first Dream Chasers mixtape with the Big Sean Burn record?
Yeah, it was just a different energy.
It was definitely an MMG year for sure.
Yeah, I was listening to some different shit. I didn't get to Fan of a Fan.
Oh, Like a Virgin again. Nah, that Fan of a Fan mixtape was it. All right, well, let's quickly get to games. I appreciate that he was pissed about this. And he's been quiet lately when we thought he was going to say something. So I know Game has just been pacing around the house and couldn't just let this go. He has Tupac at number 1, Snoop number 2, Ice Cube 3, Kendrick 4, Game 5, Corrupt 6, DJ Quick at 7, Dr. Dre at 8, Eazy-E at 9, Exhibit at 10, and so on and so forth. We don't have to go through the entire thing. I liked that he added Mr. Capone onto his list, which I think Complex should have a lot of the Latino community boycotting outside of their offices. Mr. Capone, I know you guys don't give a fuck about, but that's like the fucking Nas of Chicano rap. Like, if you're going to talk about LA, he was a huge part of that city. The fact that he even the fact that you guys put Blueface on there and not him, when talking about impact of LA, Mr. Capone could be in the top 15. Like, he solidified a genre out there.
Top 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I appreciate that Game added him there. Hey, he put Reason there.
He has Reason on the top 100?
Mm-hmm. He has Reason at 81. I feel like 100, like, why even do that? Like, once you get to Blueface for fifth, like, why do we need that?
I understand. I think he was trying to, like, not be nice, but he was trying to pay respects to his city and the artists that he might feel are getting left out that he loves. I respect that he did that because 100 takes a lot of time. So for him to even take the time to do this.
Well, I think it's like Punch had tweeted. I think that Game was trying to cover like errors. He was trying to include like a lot of the newer guys, which is dope.
What newer low key guys other than like Reason does he have on there?
I'm gonna be honest. I can't even read that shit.
I can't. I don't know why he put that shit in that red right.
Yeah, that font.
Well, no, he went on and broke it down into the 25 so you could read it better. As far as new rappers, I think that might. Oh no, he has AZ on there. He has AZ on there. So to me, like, that's where 100's not needed because we don't even know what their careers are going to be yet. So like, I just think it's kind of unnecessary. I respect it though, but like, Westside Boogie at 62, great, but he still has a full career ahead of him. Kid Ink got some love. I love that. 54. Let's not act like Kid Ink didn't have a run.
He has Rayvon over Westside Boogie?
No. Oh God, I hope not.
What did you just say Westside was?
62.
Rayvon is 60.
All right, Game. That must have been personal. There's no come on. There's no way. He has Blueface over Westside Boogie.
They must really fuck with Blue. They must really fuck with Blue.
Yeah, this is that's nuts to have that there.
Maybe I don't know Blueface's catalog. Like I said, I don't, maybe I'm not aware. I love Bust Down Tatiana. That's my shit, but I don't.
That's one song.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not familiar with his catalog.
4 remixes to it. You forgot about that.
All right, fuck all that. What time is the New York list dropping?
Are y'all making it?
Hell no.
We can't trust Complex to make it. Complex gonna have.
Hey, I'm sure it's
Rory
done. It's about to go out today. I'm sure.
B Dot was home. He had his do-rag tied extra tight.
Oh yeah.
He was sick when that LA list came out. He wanted to make that list. Anytime a list come out, B Dot got to be mad. He got to be heated.
But why though? Because Complex I think that's unfair if he feels that way. Because Complex was doing the list shit before B Dot was. That's how Complex really popped. Was them doing like the 23 Jordans of 2023. Like they would just find anything at some.
To list it, just list.
Everything was a list. So this is Complex's shit. But
that New York list gonna be interesting though. That's gonna be interesting.
I'm curious how they break it up.
That's gonna be
Yo, can you stop laughing?
Nah, man, because see, LA, when you talk about the LA list, like respectfully, because I'm not from LA, I look at it, but it's good to see people like Game, somebody's from the West Coast, and an artist. It's good to see them make a list because they grew up in the culture, they're from there, so the music means something different. The artist means something different. Same way being from New York.
Mm-hmm.
A New York list come out depending on who puts it out. Me being from here, it's gonna be some names on that list where we're gonna be like, all right, hold on, man.
Who?
I'm just saying, I'm not saying no names yet. I know the list is coming. New York is gonna happen. Atlanta list is gonna happen. Fucking a Texas list might happen. A Florida list might happen. Like the lists are gonna pop. They're gonna start popping up all over the place. But New York, we know is next.
No worry now.
The only thing not boosted with Boost Mobile is the prices mall. I freestyled that. They didn't even tell me to say that.
Nice.
Nah, that was bars. With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That is unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month with no price hikes.
5G speeds not available in all areas. After 30 GB, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan. I'm just saying, there's going to be some names on that list where we're going to have to sit here and do what we're doing right now. Be like, all right, man, enough is enough.
Since we know it's coming, put yours together now, because I know it's going to take you a while. Put yours together now so that when they drop theirs, we'll drop ours.
We can do our top 5, but before we get there, why is Childish Gambino at 32? He's from Atlanta and has always been from Atlanta. I don't even know if he's ever lived in Los Angeles.
Is he?
He's from Stone Mountain, Georgia. He has a show called Atlanta.
Is he on Game's
list? He has multiple mixtapes called Stone Mountain. He's number 32, Childish Gambino.
On games or complexes?
Games. And I want to say Baby Keem at 38 over Westside Boogie is...
See what I'm saying?
No,
Baby
say
Keem
it.
at 38 is crazy.
Say it.
Yeah, it's just, again, man, I'm not from the West Coast, so I'm not going to go as hard on that list, but Baby Keem, he have an album out?
He has one project out that was years ago, which was cool. I wasn't mad at it, but it wasn't like...
One album don't get you top 30.
No.
32? One album don't get you number 32. Not off one.
38.
38.
But again,
Unless you-
Westside Boogie is at 62.
Yeah. Boogie is rapping better than fucking... And again...
Why
What
they
are the
be
pillars?
playing with my boy Bug? I don't like that either.
I don't like that whatsoever. I like that Murs got love on both these lists. I feel
Shout out
like
to Murs.
he should be a little higher. If you go through Murs' catalog, it's top 10 catalog in the West, in my personal opinion.
Not mad at that.
But I don't know, man. Let's do our top 5. Should we do what we think Complex is going to do? Top 5 New York?
Complex is going to do top 5 New York. 1 Jay-Z, 2 Nas, 3 Nicki Minaj, 4...
Oh, let's write these down for Demaris' prediction.
For Complex.
Yeah.
I don't know who they would put at 4. I'm trying to think of who they would put in that spot.
You know exactly who they going to put that for.
Who they gonna put at 4?
Cardi.
No, they're no, they might do. It's Complex. No, Complex. Them niggas will put ASAP Rocky.
They might put him at 1. They may do top 1 rappers of New York City, A$AP Rocky.
Damn. Would they do
Featuring Clams Casino.
Jadakiss for 4?
No, if you think Jadakiss is making top 4 on a Complex list, you're
I don't
crazy.
know. I think the podcast now. The podcast
That's
might
what
help.
Complex
That's what
respected.
got him at...
That's what put it over the edge. It's like,
That's so
nah, you see, he has
disrespectful,
4 episodes. Like,
man. So disrespectful.
And then LL Cool J.
LL is not making a top 5 Complex.
They got to do one like old school one to them, who they think is old school. They got to do
Nas
one.
is old school. Jay is old school.
True.
He
nah,
came
but
out
we
in
got
the 90s.
like 80s type shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Since they had Exhibit on the LA one, they have to have people from Long Island, right? I'm going to go similar to Demaris's. I think Jay-Z, Nas, Nicki is going to be the 3.
Mhm.
I think that's going to be the...
They might put Jay-Z, Nicki, Nas. I ain't gonna lie.
All right,
There's
see,
no way.
let's put ourselves in the writer's room.
I'm telling you.
Y'all
Let's-
trying to give me an ulcer.
Let's put ourselves in the writer's room. I can see them putting Nicki at 3 to stir up some controversy, or I can see them putting Nicki at like 18 to really piss the barbs
Nah,
off
that's...
and get... I'm not saying Nicki deserves to be at 18.
No, but they're not going to do it. That's too much of a stretch. They're not going to do that. She's going to be top. Let's
That's
say
too
top
much
10.
of a stretch.
Let's
A
say at
game
least
was
top 10.
15.
She's going to be top 10 for sure.
Okay, this is my prediction. Jay-Z at 1, Nas at 2, Nicki at 3, Biggie at 4,
Oh, fuck yeah. There we go.
Rakim at 5.
So Jay-Z at 1, Biggie at 2.
You forgot Big?
Jay-Z at 1, Biggie at 2, Nicki at 3, Nas at 4.
I didn't know we were allowed to change. Once the list comes out, I'm gonna change mine.
Yeah, you ain't even have Big
Ja
top.
Rule at 5.
I could see them putting Biggie lower again to cause controversy and write like, yo, he only had 2 albums type shit. I could see that happening. That's a very complex thing to do, is to put Biggie at like 9.
They gonna put Pac on there.
MC New York.
They
MC New
gonna
York.
put Pac on there.
Hasn't Complex done something like this though already?
I'm sure they have. It's a
I'm sure.
little-
Oh, this was
Yeah.
all right. This was August of 2023, but I feel like they'll redo it just because the LA one
Of
Went
course
off.
they will.
definitely.
I feel like we talked about one in 2023.
We did.
Because I
It's
feel
a
like the
list
Nicki
every year. Every year they shuffle the
What
list.
was their
this is
2023
August
one?
of 23. Jay-Z at 1, Biggie at 2, Nas at 3, Rakim at 4, LL at 5. Then goes 6, 50, 7, Nicki Minaj, 8, DMX,
I remember us being pissed and Ice Spice made the list. I
9,
remember that.
Busta Rhymes, 10, KRS-One. Yeah, I do remember talking about this list. But I can see them redoing one.
I'm glad LL was on the top 5.
What number was Nicki again?
7.
7.
As I said, she's top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
All right, if they redo it, what's your prediction for the 5? Has to be different than the one.
Prediction or just my 5?
No, prediction for Complex.
Jay, Nas, Big, I think they keep it the same. LL Rakim.
Okay. And they've also done an LA one before, so I definitely think they're going to do another New York one. What do you think their Atlanta one would be?
What would their Atlanta be? Future, Thug, Jeezy, Gucci.
They're gonna have Gucci at one. They don't play about fucking Gucci.
And maybe 3,000.
Okay. I'm going to go Future at 1 for Complex, Andre at 2, T.I. at 3, Thug at 4, Jeezy at 5. But also Jeezy like isn't really from Atlanta. I don't know how it works. But Complex doesn't care.
Yeah, Complex.
Complex doesn't care.
Neither do we.
Demaris, your Atlanta one, and then we can move on.
My Atlanta one is for what I think Complex will say.
Mm.
I think Complex is gonna go Future at 1, T.I. at 2, Lotto at 3.
Wait, what?
This is what Complex. Remember who we're talking about?
Man, all right.
Lotto at 3, Thug at 4, Gucci at 5.
Lotto at 3 is hilarious. All right. Well, thank you, Complex, for always stirring up nonsense when we don't even need it. But with that said, the diamonds look like pee-pee. Get your hate off, man.
Me? Why?
Yeah, you. ISO.
What am I hating on?
Clips.
Nah. Record is hard.
You can't hate on the Clips.
Yeah, whoever hated on the Clips? Who did that?
I mean, I'm sure all the OVO communities have been doing that.
Hating on the Clips?
I'm sure they have.
Yeah, you can't hate on the Clips, man. The Ace Trumpets, the song is hard. I like that shit.
Produced by Pharrell.
The production is crazy. That's one of those I want to hear. Like, I want to hear a few rappers take that and do something to that.
Yeah, that would be, if this was still the freestyle era, there'd be 20 radio freestyles right now.
Yeah.
Over that shit.
They've been asking us to get on it.
Who's us?
Me and Rory.
Who's asking for that?
They have.
Who's they, Demaris? You got to stop saying it. Who?
The new Rory and Mark.
Man, ain't nobody asking for that shit,
yes,
man.
to play off of our thing that we did when we impersonated Pusha.
Oh my God.
They've been asking for us to jump on. So Rory, we gotta
do that this week.
No, yeah, I don't have to.
Because ballerinas doing pirouettes inside my snow globe is something I would have said.
No, that's nothing you would have said. That's absolutely nothing. You've never said that. You've never said nothing close to that.
When I heard Nas rewind, I was like, oh, I would have done that too. No, I wouldn't have.
What was Demaris talking about? I would have said. You've never said anything close.
I would have approached the PSA beat the same way Jay-Z.
Like, what are y'all talking about?
I'm just saying that's something I would have said.
That bar is crazy.
Yeah.
Malice went fucking off on this record.
Niggas is my sons and that's on repeat. Definitely was something I would have said. But yeah, Malice went crazy. And he didn't curse the whole entire time. He's bringing real hip hop back.
Real hip hop? Okay.
The hip hop? I feel like they even cursed on rappers that like. Only Will Smith didn't curse in his raps.
Broken vows everywhere.
That's explicit content for sure.
Yeah, no, that was crazy back in the day.
Yeah, he was talking about Snow Globe shit too, for sure. I really love the record. I was a little nervous with the whole Chad and Pharrell thing. Of course, we know Pharrell has produced plenty of shit by himself, but that was a thing coming up to this. Like, all right, we're getting a Pharrell-produced Clipse album again, but there is no Chad involved in this. I'm not mad so far. He's 1 for 1. Pharrell is probably the best. Him and Swizz are the best at making the most simplistic beats sound incredible.
Yeah, the production on this record is incredible. Like I like this record a lot.
I like the approach and pockets that they both picked. I'm really, really excited for this album.
What's your favorite lyric or your favorite bar?
It's the Snow Globe shit for sure. But the Alibaba to Lady Gaga shit was insane to me too.
I mean, people online say Malice, he got Push on this one.
But that's not, I mean, Push got way better post the Clipse with his solo career.
Malice was always nice.
But let's not act like back in the day. No one was ever discrediting Push as a rapper, but Malice was always like the one. Push would get him a few times, but I feel like Push has even admitted that his brother was the better rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Push just got much better with his solo career. So I'm really excited to see this one. But I feel like Malice got Push on his last solo project. That Malice verse was one of my favorite verses of that year.
Yeah.
2022 or whatever. Malice is Malice, though. Like,
no. Listen, I'm very aware of the Clips. One of my favorite groups. And this, production with Pharrell is definitely, it's good to see them still working together. And then the thing I'm most impressed of is how long they've been at it and how good they still sound. Like that's it. To me, that's like, when they say this, rap is a young man's sport. To a degree, yes. But when you have, the Clips and Pharrell still able to deliver and give us joints that sound like this, it ain't to me, it's no YNs can't give us this sound. No. They can't give us this talk. They're not even this clever or this witty in their bars and the entendres and things like that. Like this is the type of rap that, a certain sector I think appreciates in the community.
You gotta learn how to read. You gotta learn how to read. You gotta learn how to travel, and you gotta
learn how to travel. It's funny.
Drug dealing takes math.
Learn how.
No, but this isn't. I'm talking about rapping. It's not just about. They're not just rapping about drugs. They had to have read books, seen things, experienced things for your vocabulary to open up this wide for you to be able to make references about things from other countries. And yeah, you got to travel, you got to make money, you got to read. And even if you don't have the money, you got to read about the places that you can't travel. Reading is fundamental, and these new rappers don't fucking read.
They can't read. They can't even talk. Have you heard some of these new artists like in the interview? Like, yo, you feel me? Nigga, no.
I can't feel a thing.
Yeah, I can't.
Neither can you because you're on
like,
pills.
What are you talking? Feel me, bro. Yo, bro. This is a female you're sitting across from. This is a woman. Female, feel me, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Nah, me. Time out.
What?
Time out.
Get your dumb ass up, man. Shut up.
But that's because they're on the drugs. They're not selling the drugs. They're on the drugs.
They're selling drugs. They're on the drugs, and they're selling more drugs.
They're selling the drugs to their friends. Their friends selling them back. They just doing like drug fucking switches.
Drug musical chairs.
Drug musical chairs. Like,
let me hold that pill I just sold you.
Yeah.
Same way, can I hold that chain for this video?
Yeah.
Let me get just 2 of the perks to hold.
Give me those 2 perks I just sold you.
And I mean, labels don't even have the staff to do media training. That's been done. Remember when they used to give Fab a lot of bullshit? Like Fab wasn't media trained. He's not good at interviews. The Fab
smokes
looks like Einstein compared to.
It's bad. It's bad. Like I'm talking about.
He's Neil deGrasse Tyson compared to these.
Yeah, people. Like these new artists, a lot of these young cats. It's just like, my God, like you can't even hold a conversation. It's sad, but it's good to hear the Clips still in shape. I'm looking forward to hearing what else they got on this project. If it sounds anything like this Ace Trumpets joint, then this is gonna be a good listen for me. Like I appreciate this type of nostalgia and this type of attention to detail when you talk about rapping. I appreciate this.
And I feel like Push, Malice, and Ross, even though there's a million entendres in this Ace of Trumpets record, those 3 rappers to me are the best at saying very simple things and delivering it in a way that sounds so amazing. Soho shopping spree, you should have seen it. It's not even that crazy, but I'm like, I was just on Broadway. How I missed that shit?
Yeah, them and Drake. Drake does that really well.
You should have seen it. How do you deliver it that good? Like Ross be saying some really basic shit, but it sounds better than all of your favorite rappers when they do complex shit. Pusha, Malice, and Ross are masters at this type of shit.
The delivery.
Very simple delivery. You catch every word. You may not catch the entendre, but you catch every single syllable word. It all sounds amazing.
The delivery in rap is very important.
Like Push, as an elite MC still, where were you when Big Meech brought the Tigers in? Like he has more memorable stuff like that on top of his entendres that separates him to me from everyone else. Like they not doing rappity rap. They found a very specific fun pocket. A fun pocket that a lot of people could fuck up.
Yeah.
Like that could get tiresome for 32 bars. They are masters at that type of shit.
But see, that's why going back
Ross is too at that.
Going back to when we were talking about our complex list and they said skill, and the majority of the pillars of skill, only one of them was actual pen. The rest of it was delivery, the way that you break it down. Like that's a very, very important thing.
Easy has one of the best deliveries ever. Even Dre's delivery is incredible. That fucking horrible line, if I slip, then I slipped, then I'm slipping, I'm still slipping. Awful fucking bar. Delivered incredibly.
That shit hit back in the day, though. I ain't gonna
It
lie.
still hits now. Still hits now.
And if I got my Nina, then you know I'm set true. And I'm gonna continue to put the rap down, put the Mac down.
Snoop's pen was crazy.
Spit your shit. Spit your shit, Mo.
Yeah. Lyrics important.
I did see, we spoke last episode that there was rumblings about a Kendrick verse from before. And then we thought because of the Rock Nation situation that they may have a Jay-Z verse. I saw that Stove God tweeted that he is on the album. We know there's only 2 features. So I do not think we're getting a Jay-Z feature on this. I believe it is Stove God, which is confirmed. And I think that Kendrick feature from Chains and Whips, when they did the Louis Vuitton fashion show, that like Jim Jones diss, that was the one that Kendrick was rumored to be on. And then we never heard anything from it. Pusha T went and did an interview and said that they wanted to put this out last year. But when they brought it to Def Jam, this was right after the Drake and Kendrick beef, and they wanted Kendrick to more or less censor his verse because of everything that was going on. Push said, fuck that. They got into some legality shit, which led to the Clips getting off Def Jam as well as Pusha T getting off Def Jam.
Oh, wow.
Because of this entire thing. And they were able to shop it around, and that's why there was a delay. Now, I'm sure there's always a bunch of different things behind the scenes that added to this, but that is kind of fucking insane.
Yeah.
And according to Push, or this article, I believe the bar isn't even that crazy from Kendrick. Therapy taught me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. I don't think it was the bars per se that they wanted to censor. I think it was Def Jam saying Drake's 2 biggest ops are coming together at this exact time to put a record out, which kind of, I don't know, do you think it contradicts or helps the lawsuit that Drake is going through?
Why would it contradict it or help it?
That, I guess this would be proof that they were aware of his brand and also wanted to protect it in the midst of this entire thing, which could go against it, but couldn't a lawyer also prove that they were very much aware when they said that they support both of their artists and they would never stop an artist from doing anything? This does contradict what Universal said already.
For sure.
It does prove what Drake's lawyers were saying. And UMG was like, what? We would never, that's crazy. We would never get behind an artist. We don't treat any artist with any type of special privileges or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But that,
even though this is on Drake's side, it still is proving that that does happen.
yeah.
But we know that. Even if this never came out, if Pusha never made any mention of this happening, we know that that does happen.
I don't know. Pusha to me is not a liar. I just think there has to be more to this than just this sentence. Because why, after a record that calls somebody on your label that word, would you be upset about or try to block a Clipse and Kendrick song that doesn't talk about Drake whatsoever? Like, the damage was done.
What was the bar?
This wasn't going to do anything.
What was the bar?
The only bar that they mentioned, all right, Def Jam Sparrow come to UMG, said the optics of 2 of Drake's biggest enemies linking on wax. Push calls their apprehension stupid, primarily because none of the bars in Kendrick's otherwise excellent verse could be perceived as a shot or even a sub. It does, however, contain the stellar line, "Therapy taught me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck."
What? That's fucking stupid.
Pusha, I actually love the writing in this. Pusha can barely contain his disgust recounting the stalemate with Def Jam. They wanted me to ask Kendrick to censor his verse, which of course I was never doing. And then they wanted me to take the record off. And so after a month of not doing so, their lawyer said, well, we'll drop the clips. But they can't do that because I'm still there as a solo artist. If you let us all go, this is out of order. Sure enough, Def Jam eventually agreed to release the clips and drop Push as a solo artist, freeing the duo up to shop for a new home with a finished Clipse album and plenty more music in their pockets.
Yeah, I think that was just, I mean, could it be a thing where they just felt like the song wasn't good?
That Chains and Whips song was fire. It was premiered at the Louis Vuitton fashion show in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one that Jay-Z and Beyonce, you could see they was writing lyrics in their head to it. Like, that record is fire. It's like leaked now, the highest version of it, but you can listen to it on YouTube now. And it was rumors at that time Kendrick was already on it. They just didn't play his verse in Paris. Nah, that record is That record is too far.
I just think that's I don't understand any of that. I don't understand why Def Jam would even. I mean, if he's not even mentioning Drake in the verse, why would you even ask Pusha to have it to have Kendrick censored? Like, I don't.
Because
to me,
people would assume, no matter what, because of the time it was coming out, people would assume everything in it would
okay,
be
that's
shot.
fine. People can assume whatever, but for the label to go to Pusha and say, "Yo," like tell Kendrick not what? Like that just to me, that's just
okay. Conspiracy. Did they already have some type of worry that Drake was going to sue them or heard rumblings after the beef that would happen? And now they're trying to cover their ass because this would be another point, not to say it proves anything, but something you can put in the paperwork of these are two people that have said very disparaging things about me. Mm-hmm. You're now releasing a record they have together and putting money behind it. I could see Drake's lawyers
right after the beef. It could have been added as a little byline in the lawsuit.
Not to say that like really does anything, I think, in Drake's lawsuit, because it's like they didn't say anything about him, but I don't know, does it add more fuel? Like I feel like major corporations, when there's a possibility they could even be sued down to like the smallest sample that could be debatable, they're gonna say no just to cover their ass. Mm-hmm. Like legal teams they don't even want to hear the music. They don't even give a fuck about anything art related. Mm-hmm. They're just there to say no. So I could maybe see that being a thing because they were already heard possible litigation rumors of what was going on. It's like, all right, we really can't do this. Even though I don't think that's really a legal matter. Yeah,
I don't know. That, Def Jam doing that that seems a little weird. That's very weird actually. Not a little. That's very weird for them to approach Pusha, and it just doesn't make no sense. Like, especially if the line, he's not talking about him, not going at him in any type. It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, but if that's the case, man, like, amazing to get off the label that way.
Oh no, I mean, I'm sure, they're happy about it. Like, oh shit, like we basically got a free walk, like we out of here. But it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't make. I feel like there's more to that story. That's what
I'm saying. I'm not saying what Push is saying is false.
Yeah,
there has to be more.
There has to be more to that. There has to be. That makes no sense to me. But
because what are you censoring in the verse?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It just like, I don't know. Maybe he's just not trying to really get into it and whatever. But that part of the story to me is it has to be more than that. That makes no sense.
Well, I mean, between Chains and Whips, I assume now that they're off Def Jam, that song is definitely coming out with that Kendrick verse. And then we also have the Stove God feature. So there's our two features.
I think there's another feature though. I think the feature you were alluding to, where they were saying when Pusha was saying he's waiting for the feature, you saying that you think it's a whole feature. I think Nas.
Okay.
I think a Nas verse may be on this album.
Well, they kind of alluded to it in this article as well. The label loved what they heard, except for the Kendrick Lamar guest verse on Chains and Whips, the final version of the song that Pharrell teased at his first LV runway show. The song Pusha says was the first to come out of their sessions. Don't be fooled by Pusha's interviews, appealing for one last guest verse and the Twitter jokes that he went to a GNX tour date to physically walk Kendrick into the nearest studio. K-Dot's homework has been turned in for a while now. So I think that's still coming out, as is, the Chains and Whips thing.
Oh, yeah.
And they said there was two features. So a Nas one would be fire, but if they're sticking to that, I think we're only getting Stove and Kendrick.
This Stove God, that feature going to be... Because listen, man, it's not too many that could talk that, that winter talk, that Snow White talk like Stove.
Fucking high. Like, so, I am about to make 100,000 next month.
Now you want to be Stove.
Crazy.
Now you was.
I'm about to go crazy.
You see how they do now? We were calling her Stove, Mrs. Stovito. Mm-hmm. She got mad.
So that was her ex. Like everything.
Okay, well, because y'all are making fun of, like, it's funny when y'all do it from like people who aren't from my hometown. Like, it's not funny. But yeah, I always support Stove. We about to flip some shit. Boy, I'm about to make 100,000. I swear to God, I'm about to go crazy. It's about to be the most motivated song of all time.
You about to make 100,000 doing what? Lashes?
No.
You about to do 100,000 lashes?
She gonna date a drug dealer that buys her the lash spot.
No.
You know, they can't wait to get that. Buy me my studio, pay my booth rent.
Pay my booth rent.
Push said he might date our bitch and yank her rib out. Push is gonna do everything for our girl.
Date your bitch and pull her rib out.
And yank her rib out. Like, buy her a new body. You know, like.
Is that what that meant?
That's how I interpreted it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Unless you thought more romantic and he was suggesting like an Adam and Eve, like he's her rib now.
Or she do so much coke that she just get real skinny. But I think he meant surgery.
Yeah, I don't want that girl that does too much coke that she's skinny now.
But we about to flip a brick. Why? The head is crazy. Her throat always numb.
And dry. Cottonmouth, I'm cool. This stove got...
Might buy a bitch some new hips and yank her rib out.
Yeah.
Imagine Push buy a chick some hips, and then you come home and there's a rib on the counter.
Get a body done. I get it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that stove feature though. I'm looking forward to that. I gotta hear the greasy talk on that. Stove is one of the few that I feel like probably when it comes to that type of talk may be just a little slicker than Push and Malice.
Oh shit, that's you okay.
Yeah, like if you go and listen to Reasonable Drought, like there's not many people that could. I was very impressed by Stove God on that entire project. Like his cleverness, his wittiness when it comes to that type of again, that certain talk is. I'm not saying he did it, but he was in the house when it happened. I'm not putting nothing on him.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that because niggas is listening. I'm not saying he did anything, but he may have been around because you can't just talk like that and not have been in close proximity.
Yeah. And the amount of like coke entendres we've heard over the last 20 years to be able to like really revive that genre takes a clever type of person. Like, I feel like I've heard every coke bar on earth, and then Reasonable Drought came out and I was like, oh, wow.
Like what he said, it's what you do after the brick, bitch, I'm Draymond. Niggas don't even talk like, you can't even, listen. No, I'm being serious right now. I'm not even trying to cause no jokes, no laughs. It's what you do after the brick, bitch, I'm Draymond. Niggas don't rap, they don't talk like that. You can't, these rappers are not even, they Wi-Fi, they bandwidth don't even let them go to that. Like you don't even talk like that. Like that's, to me, that type of slick, you know, those lines is what separates Stove from everybody else. But to have him with guys like, you know, Malice and Push who do that very well, it's just gonna be interesting to hear. And I need to know, rappers etiquette, I need to know if Pusha and Malice's verse was done first, and after Stove sent his verse, did they change it?
They did.
I'm from a different era. There's no way.
You saying that, and I hope so. I hope we keeping it.
I think there's a world where Stove gets them for sure. I'm saying out of like Push and Malice not change. They probably just gonna sit there like that.
I hope not. I hope they kept it rap. Keep it rap. You know what you handed.
Okay, so that's
rappers etiquette.
All right, that's rappers etiquette. You can't change your verse.
You can't change your verse after I send mine in. Because if I send my verse in and then now the song come out and your bars is different than when I got it, we're gonna have a real problem now. It's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Like y'all sent me the record, y'all bars was done. Y'all say, yo, listen, we done. We just need your joint. I listened to where y'all was going with it. Okay, cool. And I went where I went with it. And now that the album is out and done, it's like now y'all bars is different. Like even if it's one or two bars, that's still a problem. You can't change. It has to be whatever I heard. It has to be that. So, but I need to know who, because they could have sent Stove the beat with no verses.
Okay, so I never did a feature verse, so this is new to me. But what if I say,
wait, hold on, talking about.
What?
Baby, did we know you never did a feature verse? Like,
okay, I'm just saying, like I'm J. Cole,
okay,
2014, like no features.
All right.
So
that's who you are.
Yeah,
that's who you see yourself in.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, what if I mentioned a bitch that I ain't fucking with no more, so I switched the name of the bitch? Is that okay?
Not following.
He said you can't change even one or two lines. Like you can't change nothing.
Nah.
Like,
that's the old rules.
Oh no, a name. If you don't want a name in it, that's fine. That's just a name.
Okay.
Like, you don't want. That's a name drop. I'm talking about like a bar. Like not a name, a bar. Like it's like either that bar wasn't there or you added something. That rapper's etiquette. You can't do that.
Okay.
There are plenty of rappers do it.
Of course they do, but I highly doubt Push and Malice do that. But I'm just saying because again, Stove God talks different when it comes to that type of talk. So they may have heard something and even been like, "Oh, that was clever." Like I like the way he, and they had to put one of those in they verse. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it happens. Like, so you just get inspired by somebody on a record with like, "Yo, that was hard."
But
The slimiest thing is when rappers have their verse done, but just send the feature, just the beat, then get their shit back and see if they have to redo it. Because then the feature's never going to know, they'll never be the wiser, whether you had a verse there or not.
Right.
But I'm with changing if it does fit the song. Like if we're going to both reference things, I think that's fine. But usually that comes from the artist sending over their verse as well and the feature going off what they already have laid down there. You doing it the other way around. I think that's against rapper etiquette, but.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad. Okay.
They gonna be talking. We know they gonna be talking slick.
Listen, I got so excited about that. I'm really, really excited. Like,
here's the thing though, like both Push and Malice have admitted in their lyrics that they don't know about this new era of drugs. Stove be going crazy with the fentanyl shit. Like his shit is happening right now in like the country. Like he's talking about relative, like Push and Malice is talking about the fucking crack era and Reagan and all that shit. Nah, he's talking about fucking Biden shit right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's talking about what's coming over the border currently.
Yeah, current drugs.
Listen, that LeVar Ball scheme he has on my album is absolutely insane.
I like that. I like
you had to throw that out. You see him.
I like the way. That's why they pay you the way they pay you, because you know how to.
I'm not going to give the LeVar Ball scheme is one of the craziest shits I've ever heard.
Listen,
I won't give that one away. I will say he does stop the beat and say, "I'm the fentanyl Farrakhan powder on my fear of gods," and I went like this when I heard the shit.
See, why you giving out his shit? Now, what if somebody take his shit before it even drop? Like,
it's copywritten already.
Oh, all right.
Paperwork,
all
yeah.
right. Paperwork. Okay, paperwork.
And listen, I viewed this when I saw Stove shit, Clips, Stove God, July 11th, when the Clipse album comes out. I personally got excited because my shit's coming after that. Let's just get the Stove shit higher and higher for when my shit drop with them.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I ain't gonna lie. I was very happy when I heard Stove was gonna be on this Clipse.
I'm ready for them to give the second best rapper out of Syracuse his motherfucking props. Like I'm ready for the mainstream to know how good he is. Like I'm ready for that. It's been a long time coming.
Speaking of LeVar Ball,
Stove was from Syracuse?
Yeah.
How did
shit's all over drought.
Where do you miss all the jokes?
I thought it was. I don't know. Why I thought he was from Rochester.
No, that's why when I say from my hometown, he's from my hometown.
I thought he was from Rochester.
No.
Who's from Rochester?
Mm-mm.
Somebody I listen to.
We don't fuck with Rochester.
38 Specials from Rochester.
Yes.
My man Etho's from Rochester. Kind of get it mixed up. The guys I listened to, I knew somebody. I knew that Stove was from up, He was up there on the interstate going north. I knew that.
From the realest around, baby.
He was from north. Central
New York, real niggas.
Yeah. Shout out to Stove.
Scariest cities in the whole state up there.
Syracuse?
Just upstate cities in general are terrifying to me. Rochester might be the scariest.
Rochester is, we don't go over there.
We don't go over there.
Niagara,
say we don't
Niagara
go over
and
there.
Rochester is, I'm cool, bro.
Everything the light touches is ours. That other shit, we don't go over there, Simba. Like, we cool.
Cuse is scary in certain parts, but at least like there'll be some, you go to campus, there's like some hope.
Yeah.
Rochester and Niagara are the scariest places on earth.
Every city got a scary place though.
No, but the whole city.
Yes. Yeah.
Like New Haven has Yale at least.
Pistol waving New Haven.
Which is true. Don't fuck with Connecticut.
No Rory and
Maul, this episode is sponsored by Ro.
Ro helps you grow.
You cannot spell Rory without Ro, so naturally it's a great fit for this podcast because sometimes I never know when it's about to go down.
Most times you don't.
I flirt wrong. But luckily with RoSparks, it works faster than other treatments because it dissolves under your tongue and goes directly to your bloodstream. So you can get right to the business with your partner. And if anyone is a little confused on what we're talking about
Row, baby, row.
You have to row to that box as fast as you can because sometimes the moment just hits and you sitting there all flaccid.
Row connects guys with a medical provider 100% online so you don't have to waste time in waiting rooms. If approved, treatment ships directly to their door.
If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first order of Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at ro.co/Rory and Maul to find out if prescription RoSparks are right for you. That's ro.co/Rory and Mal for $15 off your first order. Speaking of LeVar Ball, I'm not here to apologize to Mal because we never said Jello was going to be a superstar. I just think he's probably sort of close to recouping his deal. I think the joint venture was a little aggressive on their part.
It, man. All of that shit was bullshit, man. All of it.
I'm fine saying that.
All of it, man. Cut it out.
But it was $7 million? He kind of blew the opportunity with the looks that they gave him. When he was doing the lion shit, Rolling Loud, the Glorilla thing, you can't say Def Jam fucked this up.
Oh, no, they gave him all
They gave him every look.
Yeah, they gave him all the passcodes. They gave him all of the,
NBA All-Star Weekend. He had every single look.
They gave him every look that every rapper that deserves a look should have.
A scorching hot Glorilla and a great Glorilla verse, just not on a good song.
Yeah.
That snippet to what Booted Up is the name of it? Come on, man. It's over.
It was over when it started. See, this is why I get mad with y'all, because I say shit before it happens, and y'all look at me like, well, you don't know, Mal, you can't say that. It's the new... This shit was bullshit from the start. I told y'all that song was trash.
I don't agree there.
I don't agree there either.
You don't listen to that shit. You don't hear it nowhere. They not playing that record nowhere. It's over. That shit lasted 2 weeks on the timeline. Nobody's talking about that record.
It lasted through the All-Star fucking lines. Like, that was a long time.
Where do you
That was 3 weeks.
Okay,
that was a couple All-Star game and fucking the Lions game?
Ma, where do you be at? This is, and you say this about a lot of music, and respectfully, because I know you and I know you don't be nowhere but in your goddamn house.
Yeah.
Where do you be where you be like, you don't hear that shit nowhere?
It was
you
playing,
don't take your ass out.
You know when I say I don't hear nowhere,
Drama and then was trying to tell you that, and they go out, get booked constantly. Like, dog, we play that record every single time.
DJ, you think DJ Drama plays that record?
He said in our group chat multiple times when you say nobody cared about it.
Drama, you lying. You don't play that record. And if you do play it, you just play the hook and get right into something else. That's that timeline
as opposed to what song?
Now even the DJs are DJing based on timeline shit.
Yeah, they're adapting.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't care if you niggas got your phones out making videos for the timeline.
What record do they play in full period?
Yeah, they don't play nothing in full.
Even when we liked the era of music, they weren't doing that.
I'm not saying you have to play the record.
You didn't get to Prodigy's third verse on Shook Ones?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that record, all of that shit was gimmick shit. That whole Jello shit was gimmick shit.
Oh, wait, hold on. We never argued that it wasn't a gimmick.
No, but y'all like, nah, this shit is hard.
Because it was. Tweaker was hard.
No, it was not.
There's a lot of hard
No, it was not.
gimmicks.
Y'all was clout chasing. You, Jello,
me and Jello conspiring together.
Yes, exactly. Y'all was clout chasing. Yes.
I was clout chasing.
That shit was trash.
I got zero clout from that record.
That shit was trash.
Am I swerving?
You made a video. You posted a video of your story to that shit.
He did not.
When have you ever seen me post a video period doing a song? I don't even do that to my own music.
I saw you post the video.
I
ain't gonna lie. Yo, Def Jam might have caught one. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
January 3rd it came out. It lasted till at least the end of March. Early April.
And that's a long time for a song from a first-time artist. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit ain't last. Nobody played that shit in April.
He can bounce back from this because we saw Glorilla, who is having quite arguably last year was one of the greatest years ever in music for her. We saw her drop that hot bowl of piss that was that fucking cha-cha-cha shit. And she bounced back and had an amazing...
But let's not act like Glorilla didn't already have a better resume than Jello had at that point.
Glorilla is a way better artist. She's a way better rapper.
She had the 2 songs. She had the 2 hit songs. So she had one more than Jello. But yeah, she only had the 2.
Features. Nah, there was more going on.
She had Tomorrow 2 and she had her original song. And then Cha-Cha-Cha came out. That's what happened. Everybody was saying her career was over, and she bounced back.
Yeah, but this is different. This Jello shit is out of here. We can wrap this up. We could pack all this, boot it up, pack it up, suit it up. All of that can go. This is just not. Come on, let's just be real. It's not. We know what this is. They chasing something. They chasing the moment. That's all it is, and that's where the music gets fucked up at. When you start signing artists and giving them these advances and giving them all these looks and this, that, and third. Bro, nobody wants to hear that shit. That shit gonna last for 2 months. And then it's like, all right, man, like we not posting that on our timeline no more. It just is what it is.
Well, I mean, they just went, the Glorilla record and this Booted Up shit, it's just shittier versions of the original song. Yeah. Where like Glorilla, yes, that cha-cha-cha shit was awful, but then you get a Glow. Like, I don't know if Jello is capable of that. We've only seen him be capable of making a shittier version of his hit record.
He's chasing that same type of.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, man. It's not. That's not it. Man.
And what he doesn't understand is that record went off because it was different than what's out right now. It sounded different, which is why it went off so much. To keep trying to repeat it it's not going to hit the same. Unless you're a phenomenal rapper. And he's not a phenomenal rapper. So, but I kind of want him to win. I don't know. I'm kind of like rooting for him. I want him to come back with something better.
I'm rooting for anybody black to win. But I'm just saying, I'm also be honest and be real with you. That ain't it. That's all. I'm just a consumer. I love the culture. I love the art. I'm just being honest. That's not it, bro. Go back in the lab, work on your skill set a little bit, find your true identity. Yeah. Don't try to find it through the bars, because niggas try to find themselves through their bars. Who I want to be today? Nah.
You spitting.
Go home, figure out who you are first. Are you a ball player? Is rap just a hustle? Because it's a hustle for a lot of niggas. Is it just a hustle for you? Then hustle. I ain't mad at it. But you can't hustle me.
Who else?
I know a hustle when I say a hustle.
Who else in history would you say that you've seen try to find themselves through the bars?
Who else tried to find themselves through the...
In history.
Oh, shit.
Some would argue
every rapper
Tupac.
ever?
Some would argue Tupac?
Some would argue.
I get why you say that, because Tupac, when he first came out, it was more fun-loving, more, Digital Underground was a more fun type of energy vibe. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, things happen in Pac's real life that I think caused his energy and demeanor to change through his music. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's not. I can't say. I don't agree with Tupac on that. We understand why Pac's energy and demeanor changed in his music.
But what do you mean by that question? Like, what hasn't every rapper that's good found themselves through their lyrics?
No, for some rappers come in the game knowing exactly who they are before they start rapping.
Oh, you're saying someone that makes a complete new identity
yes.
of who they are. Oh, I mean, shit, almost all rappers have been accused of it, but I don't know if there's been a flat out rapper we know for a fact this is just a complete different version of you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys
heard? Like a CB4 situation, you're saying? Like that?
That's what this Jello shit felt like to me.
Have you heard?
Yeah, I'm not, we were never mad at that.
It felt like CB4. It's MC Gusto.
MGK's new song. Have you guys heard that?
Yeah.
You said yeah?
Of course I heard. Can't escape it. Oh no, I'm sorry. I heard the song's only 15 seconds long, right?
You only seen it on a timeline like me?
Yeah.
Who's that, like a car wash?
Yeah.
Somebody throws him a mop and he starts like, what is that shit, man?
Yeah. It's, it's different. It's called Cliche. Oh, maybe he's doing like method acting because it's called Cliche.
That's what he's doing, Demaris. He's acting like every boy band, this is UFO, this is, where's Nick Lachey from?
98 Degrees.
98 Degrees. This is
that one.
Yeah, this is NSYNC.
That's that Jeopardy question.
It's not, I think it's more like 2000s alternative.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Than it is. It's like when like Blink-182 went pop when, I like it, but it's just, I know what it is. This is going to control TikTok and the younger generation. Like, I don't know. I guess when you see shit like that, can you be mad at an artist if their goal is money and relevance? I'm not saying that's MGK's. I actually never thought it was. And I'm not even saying he doesn't not like this record, but this is a clear, not even attempt, a success at you are going to own TikTok for young kids.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously he knows what he's doing. It's called Cliche for a reason. I mean, I think he's speaking exactly to what you just said. Chasing TikTok, social media.
It's like a parody of a TRL record in 2002.
You gonna play it for Amara?
No.
Good job. Such a smart guy.
I'm not. But I mean, I don't know. MGK, like, I'm sure he would come out and be like, no, I actually like this song. Like, I grew up on this, and MGK and I are probably the same age or around a year difference. I grew up on that type of rock music too. Mm-hmm. So he can hide behind that part of like, no, I really like this stuff. And you've seen me do rock music before. I've talked about it forever. Mm-hmm. But we know what this is.
Yeah.
Down to the video. But how could I be mad at him? If you want to make fucking money and be relevant, you have to do this.
No, you don't have to do this. And that's what we got to get away. No, you do not. You don't have, there's a lot of artists that are not doing that, what you just said.
Are they also dating an A-list actress and like really part of the elite Hollywood crowd now?
Yeah, but I mean, even with that, you don't have to chase MG. First of all, MGK is solidified. He's been in the game how many years?
2011,
almost 15 years.
Yeah,
it's a lot of shit MGK does not have to do.
2011 was almost 15
maybe?
years ago.
Yeah, 14. So yeah, an artist like MGK, he don't have to do that. I think that MGK did that making fun of artists that do that. I think that's like, he's not taking himself serious right here. This is a clear attempt at just mocking.
But I also think he likes the song.
Yeah, I think he's having fun.
And maybe there's a world where he was just having fun and the label or his management heard it and was like, I know this was a joke, but this is going to be a smash for kids on TikTok. So just either lean into it or just delete it from your hard drive.
Yeah, I can see that happen. I can see that conversation happening.
Because there's been plenty of records that we've heard from artists like, I made that as like a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nicki said Super Bass wasn't even supposed to make the album. She was like, I just like made it. It sounded cool to me.
One of the greatest songs
I was
ever.
never going to put it out.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be like maybe a deluxe B-side. And it's like one of the biggest songs of her career. That happens often. So, I mean, we've known MGK to have integrity with his music and very hands-on with what goes out. So maybe there's a case where, yeah, he really did like it. But we know what it looks like after that car wash clip.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not mad at the song.
No, I'm not mad at it. It's not for me, but I'm not mad at it. I get it.
I don't know if I'm going to listen to it per se, but I don't know. So you're not going to listen to League of My Own by Jello when it drops?
I'll listen to it. I'll check it out and see what he did. But I'm not expecting it to be like a phenomenal project or anything like that.
The only mistake I'll say that Def Jam did, which maybe they didn't do, was putting Wayne on that remix to keep that song going. A good remix feature would have kept that record going to this day.
That was Wayne's fucking DNA all in the original.
I know. That's why you didn't need Wayne on it.
Yeah.
No,
fucking waste.
They needed Wayne on it to kind of stamp what they was going after, the hot boy shit. That whole sound.
Yeah,
that whole
put Young Boy on that shit and call it a day.
Yeah, nah.
Well,
I told y'all that shit wasn't gonna last.
Since I owed you an apology, do you owe Cardi an apology?
For what? What did I? Yo, why y'all keep putting me? What did I say about Cardi now?
I know y'all, nigga.
What did I say about Cardi now? What did I say?
Okay, well, not an apology. Are you tripling down because now after everything that we've been discussing over the past few weeks between her and Stefan Diggs, over the weekend they did make it official, and everyone knows what making it official means. It means posting on Instagram together.
Woo.
They did a whole carousel, which at that point, according to social media rules, y'all are not like just talking, having fun. You guys are basically married now. Because you posted a photo on Instagram. Those are the rules. I don't make them. I'm just saying what the IG rules.
You're skipping ahead though.
What am I skipping ahead of?
You're skipping what might have prompted that post.
You were suggesting when Cardi went on Twitter Spaces and replied to Offset asking for alimony, more or less, spousal support, where she then said, I hope you die, not only die, but die slow.
And I want you to think of me when you die.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, everybody was sending me the screenshots of me being in that live. Niggas was like, yo, Demaris. Because you know it says like listening. It was like 10 a.m. I hadn't brushed my teeth, washed my ass. I was getting up in the kitchen to go get something to eat, and I clicked that immediately. And Cardi was screaming in my ear. I sat and listened to the whole thing. Dedication to the mess.
I only saw the clip that everyone's talking about, which is wild. And I feel like there's a lot of men that wish they could scream that when that happens to them, but we'd be put on a list. But either way, you think that was a direct response to everything that Offset had put in paperwork?
I think when Stefan posted Cardi, I think it was a show of allegiance and just a show of love and support. I do. He
had an allegiance to like he was neutral at the time, is what you're saying?
I think he posted her in show of support after it was the day after all of that happened. Yes, I do.
Oh, so he posted her first.
He posted her first.
I don't follow him. So
yes, he posted her first.
Okay.
Yeah. What do I owe Cardi an apology for, Rory?
No, you don't owe her. I'm wondering if you're tripling down based off your theory that, because I actually never thought it would get to this.
You didn't think it would?
I thought she was having fun and dating. I didn't think it would get to the almost kissing IG photo. Because to me, that's a relationship by social media rules.
Why y'all don't listen to me? They showed up at a fucking Knick playoff game courtside. I told y'all that was a statement. You niggas argue me. No, they're just having fun and they're just going
first of all, don't do
and
that.
they're
Don't
just
do that.
doing this.
I said it was definitely a statement.
Fucking.
Well, yeah,
been
obviously.
Fucking.
Well, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, so why you can't post a picture
Fucking
of
is
almost
one
kissing?
thing. All right, so
You surprised at that?
anytime you fucking somebody, you post. Can we pull up the photo of them laying on the boat almost kissing? This is the photo you post every time you're kind of fucking someone?
No, this is the photo you post when you know that
I know married men that don't post this.
when the whole timeline is talking about you handing a girl a bag of Tootsie and you got to tell your famous girlfriend, listen, we got to scrub that from the top of the timeline. We need a new carousel out there in the streets.
Yeah.
Show some of the ass, the thigh, and look like we about to kiss. Let's get off of the ass shaking party boat. Let's get the party boat out of here. You ain't seen the party boat since this dropped.
Well, this is the party boat that they were on.
Yeah, but this is a different side of the party boat.
That's
This is
true.
the love boat.
That's the bow.
This is the love boat. This is the love boat right here. This is we love each other. Show Stefan sending her 80,000 roses. Love. We got away from the party. Get the party scene out of here. Show the people that I love you. That's what this is. And I mean, cool. Listen, Cardi, have fucking fun. Have fun. That's what she's supposed to do. Have a great time.
Was that Offset tweet real or fake? He said I like the rollout and then spelt it wrong and then had to do the edit version?
I have no. I wasn't able to find any supporting tweets for that. I think it was real. It just might have been old.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, or he scrubbed it. I couldn't get confirmation.
Well, he gets hacked all the time. We know that.
To give
Offset's password is password. Offset gets hacked bi-weekly. Anytime something's actually happening, he just gets hacked.
To give the people some backstory of what exactly was going on with the screaming of the spaces, if you did not see it, Offset had gave a statement to the Breakfast Club saying that the reason he was trying to take Cardi for support, post-divorce support or whatever, alimony, was because she never sees the kids, but she's trying to take him for everything and all types of shit, even though she never has the kids. And that prompted Cardi to lose her absolute fucking mind and say, nigga, you haven't seen your kids in weeks. I'm always with your kids. And if I'm not with your kids, I'm working. I pay over $50,000 in school, security, daycare, all of this shit for the kids monthly. And you're not helping me. You don't help me pay for the Atlanta house. Like, you don't help me with anything. But you're trying to put this out as if, like, I don't take care of my fucking kids and I'm trying to take everything from you. And I think that really prompted her to lose her absolute fucking mind. And that is what prompted that. So she says she's been working. Corey, I think the album might actually be coming this year. But yeah.
Well, she put a snippet out as well.
She did put that out.
Oh, who put it out?
So she put out, originally, she put out herself kind of singing the lyrics to that song. Something leaked on TikTok where it had a beat to it and it sounded like a leaked older version of the song. And then they combined her kind of singing those lyrics combined with like they put
I saw the final
together.
Version and thought it was the record.
Yeah, no.
I thought she was on live just playing music.
No.
Yo, the internet is crazy.
She just kind of said the lyrics and somebody got the leaked track and put it together.
I like the lyrics. I'm glad that's not the beat because I've heard that beat from Cardi before. It was very similar to, I forgot what, two records.
It sounds like Up a little bit.
Up,
it sounds
maybe
like
it was
Up
that.
a little bit.
Oh, that makes me happy because I thought the lyrics were great for a Cardi record, but the beat, I was like, I've heard this a bunch of times from her. I'm glad that's not the beat then.
What them fine niggas? I'm trying to find niggas. I've been cuffed up too long. Let me remind niggas. Yeah. Me too, Cardi. This fucking
I thought you weren't
summer. This fucking summer. Let's go.
So you admit you've been in a relationship.
Too long. Let me remind niggas. You bugging the sorry. I'm sorry. I got a little out of character. I'm so sorry. Yes, Cardi, I'm really looking forward to the new project.
So you've been in a relationship.
Yeah, Stefan Diggs. Let's go.
Are you gonna find your Stefan this weekend?
Who
Are you
said
gonna
I found him?
You hosting? I saw the flyer and everything.
Who said I? It's JK. Yeah, who know? You know, I don't know. Everything's up in the air.
No, what do you think her hosting swag is gonna be like?
Demaris?
Yeah. You think she'll grab the mic?
Oh, she definitely will get on the mic for sure.
If you have above a 3.0 GPA, make some noise.
No, she gonna be looking.
HBCUs.
Demaris gonna be focused on the girl. She gonna know what a pretty girl.
Oh, you already know. I'm doing up a dapping up the tens, but it's not gonna be a dap. It's gonna be a hug.
Of all women.
All the 10s in the party.
But women or men?
Women.
Okay.
You think I'm walking up to men asking for a hug?
Well, not asking.
Fire me if I ever do that.
I'm not saying
Shoot
asking.
me.
I'm not saying asking, but you might walk up to a guy and just say hello, and they would hug you if you walked up and said hello.
I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I'm sure any drunk guy at a day party would do that, but
Any
it'd be a liability.
Any sober one. But no, I'm trying to find my Stefan. I'm trying to be on the boat with the bitches.
Listen, man, I'm gonna just say this, right? Let me just get my shit off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for Cardi. If she's happy, I'm happy. Big Bronx shit. I support Cardi. I love Cardi. I know that. All I'm saying is, when this Stefan Diggs nigga start acting like the Stefan Diggs that we know, we gotta have another conversation. Because you think Cardi's airing Offset out. When she gets aired this nigga Stefan out, man,
Here's the thing, because that's been your statement the entire time, and Demaris and I countered to that was, well, she's having fun too. Proof was on the boat. She was dancing with the girls too. We talked about the couple or people that are talking that like the host.
The honeymoon phase is lit. We know this.
No, I'm not speaking about them. I want to get into my experience too. I have liked the fun girl until like that fun phase ending. Like, why are you acting that fun still? Like, I like that you like the hoes, but you liking them way too, like,
You like
that was 3 months ago. We was liking the hoes 3 months ago. I could see that scenario happening. She already knows who he is. And like in the past, I've known who that girl is. But then the behavior never switched.
That's not how it's going to happen. Here's how I think it's going to happen. And I'm not putting this on. I would love to see Cardi and Stefan, whatever they have for themselves, whatever plans they have, I hope all of that happens for them. How I see it playing out is Stefan is going to do what Stefan does. He's going to find somebody that he really likes. And he's going to keep it away from Cardi. He's going to try to be sneaky with it. And she going to be like, nigga, why you being sneaky? We could be honest. We could do all, like, you could let me know. And that's how that's going to, I don't think it's going to be ugly. I just think that they're going to be like, yo, listen, we had fun. It was cool. Whatever. We still friends. I think it's going to be like that. I think that's how I don't think it's going to be like a bad split. I just think that Stefan going to find something else, another flavor of the month that he ain't telling Cardi about. And she gonna be like, all right, nigga, well, if you're gonna be doing that, just go ahead and do what you're doing. Like, I'm bringing the hoes to you saying you could do it here in front of me, and then you sneaking off going to motherfucking to the Maldives with a bitch. Like, I'm Cardi B at the end of the day. We can't do that.
And then that's as a man, like when you try to like make logical sense in the argument, like you knew who I was. You was cool with that.
Yeah.
I didn't know, when did it happen that wasn't okay?
Yeah, when you start liking somebody away from the fun. You can't have fun with somebody like, you can't take the girl from the party and then like have a private, like, nah, you can't do that.
Where do we think Cardi ends up in the Robert Kraft, Michael Rubin circle?
Well, she was already at the Super Bowl on stage it wasn't the, obviously the game, but she was, a few years ago, she was at the Super Bowl festivities on stage with Robert Kraft. So she has a somewhat, I guess, a little relationship there already. Before Stefan. She was a part of the Patriots family before Stefan Diggs.
That's going to be tough. Damn, Cardi's going to be knocking off the checklist. Already pissing Offset off. She's going to be...
Well, he going to be pissed off.
Of course.
That's bitter baby father shit. You know that.
But the season is starting soon. It's already June. August, September is coming. She will be in that box with Robert Kraft and Meek Mill.
Who gets more attention at a game? Cardi B or Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor.
Cardi B would have mean to say Taylor Swift.
I don't know, man. Cardi start twerking in that booth, that skybox.
I think because it'll be different. Taylor's been at all the NFL games. So now Cardi would be it's a new face. It's a new face.
We're going to see.
Taylor Swift had 5-year-old girls watching like football with their dads just to see a glimpse of her in the corner.
No, I know Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift, but I'm just saying. Cardi gonna look good in that skybox, man. Pray for Offset is all I can say.
She's gonna do the bob with the pantsuit. Like she's gonna show up real professional.
Yeah, she's gonna look real good in that.
And I'm telling you, she's gonna piss Nikki off when Meek is at every Patriot game too.
Well, come see me this weekend because I'm looking for my Stefan Diggs. I'm just letting y'all know.
You don't need a Stefan Diggs.
I need me a Stefan Diggs. No, I need to have fun. I am a serial fucking monogamist and I'm over it. I learned, guys, by the way. You know what? Shit. We'll talk about this on our next episode.
It sounds like you about to become a hoe. That's what you she said, once they say I am a serial monogamist and I am sick of it, that means the wrong nigga about to hit. You see Insecure with Issa Rae, she start fucking the weed dealer. They said, damn, you gave him some pussy?
Yeah.
Neighbors. Baby D, be careful is all I'm saying.
We're going to talk about it on the next episode because it is a more serious conversation that I do want to have. I came to self-realization.
All right, but just don't let the wrong nigga hit is all I'm saying. Don't let the... You know what I mean? Like, don't do that.
I'm not with anybody that I've already slept with. So obviously the wrong niggas have already hit.
No. See, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I mean. I'm talking about you don't want to look back on this time and be like, yo, why y'all didn't, because you love to do that. Why y'all didn't tell me I was bugging out? I'm telling you, but don't bug out. I'm telling you, before you bug out, do not bug out.
Yeah, there's a way to hoe correctly.
That's all.
We'll talk about it on the next episode. I'm not hoeing though.
Well, this was fun. We have a long week of recording because we have a lot of shit to do this weekend.
Yes.
If you want to see me this weekend, buy tickets to Burgers and Bottles. They're in my bio because I am hosting. And I'm be looking good as shit. And I'm be wearing my Baby D merch that might or might not be coming out soon.
Are they giving you a microphone?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. I'm really tight that we won't be there. All right, can I stream it?
You're going to be working.
Can I stream?
I know, but while we're working, I'll just have my phone like this.
You during the interview? Yes. So Peach told me, it's so funny. Peach was like, you should have got a streaming backpack and you should be streaming everywhere you go. And I'm like, I would have done that if I would have thought about it in advance. Because streaming backpacks are what, Peach? We were looking at them like $2,000?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are a lot. But I mean, I don't know. Tell the Burgers and Bottles guys to buy it. Split it.
Maybe.
Put it on your rider.
You guys excited for...
It's a crazy rider. Not Casamigos. I need a streaming pack.
Need a streaming pack.
But like every event you do too. So now you got like 20 of them. Well, this was fun. Let's get out of here because we have some shit to do.
Yes, we do. Busy week ahead. We'll talk to y'all soon. Be safe. Be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just ginger. Peace.